Hello everyone, let's do today's Daily Dominion. Quick look at the kingdom here. Okay, so we have Prosperity and, is this Cornucopia? Yeah, the second edition of Cornucopia. Okay, so we have some attacks, Jester, Clerk, Rabble. We have Village and like pretty standard Village and pretty standard draw here. Tiara doubles treasures. Yeah, and top deck stuff. I don't see any trashing. But given that it's a Platinum Colony game, we expect it to be able to go on longer than usual. So maybe we can really ramp up our Village draw engine. I'm uncertain whether it's better to get Carnivals for draw or Rabbles for draw. I read something a long time ago that says Carnival eventually, on average, starts to draw more than 3 cards, but you might need to be in a fairly well-diversified deck. We also have the new version of Tournament, this card Joust. So a lot of these cards are very powerful. Ooh, plus buy. Okay, so Tiara has plus buy, but Renown is still a very strong card, and it works well with something like Horn of Plenty in order to be able to gain more expensive cards. How are we opening? Well, are there any 5s that are terribly important to get? I mean, I like Jester, but I probably overvalue it. But in a game with no trashing, maybe it's good to try and get one early. Worst case, I'm not going to talk about the worst case scenario. The worst thing Jester can hit are these rewards. And is it ever useful to have, if we can ramp up and start getting a lot of money, then a Tiara would be very useful, because we can start to top deck things like a Workers' Village and a Rabble. But I think I want my first buy here to be a Clerk. I mean, I could go Clerk Silver and get a Jester. And then on the next, aim to get a Jester and also perhaps get a Tiara. And then maybe just start working on things like Workers' Village Rabble or Workers' Village Carnival. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with Clerk, but I could see there being an argument for taking Tiara first, a Tiara in silver, and maybe you get lucky, and with the Tiara you can top deck one of the 5 cost cards. Or on the turn you play Tiara. Actually, maybe I'll take Tiara silver, because if on the hand we have Tiara, we hit 4, we can top deck a Clerk. And if on the hand we have Tiara, we hit 5, we can top deck It would probably be rabble. I think maybe I should sort of get away from Jester, and Jester might be nice to add later in the game when the AI will be discarding cards that we actually want to gain ourselves. If I'm taking Tiara Silver, is there later any sense in adding Watchtower? Probably not. So am I doing this Tiara Silver versus Clerk Silver? Let's give it a try. They take a silver and a clerk. Okay, so we have a pretty bad situation here in that we're only hitting 3. So down there, the only way I don't hit 5 is if the bottom 2 cards are silver copper. Then I would hit 4. So I could, to guarantee that this doesn't happen, I could top deck either a silver or a Watchtower. I don't really want to add a Watchtower to my deck. It's going to be, well, at some point, if for some reason I don't have Tiara in play, the Watchtower could help me top deck things. But I think I would rather top deck a silver and then next turn buy probably a rabble. So they take a joust right away. I think I want a rabble. You know what, there's a synergy between Clerk and Jester. Well, not necessarily. Usually you play Clerk, you're going to top deck something bad. So you can then play Jester and have them gain it. Okay, that's okay. I actually wonder if I should have done that differently. I hit rabble very quickly, but maybe I should have top decked the silver and bought a workers village here. So I think I'll get another rabble. But rabble is going to be good in this kingdom, and this because there's no trashing. If you play a lot of them, they will eventually top deck all junk or victory cards. So I'll probably get a rabble here and just make sure that we at some point get some village on this shuffle. So I've got 2 rabbles, top deck a card, yeah, so I'll probably top deck the estate and buy a village. I have a rabble down here, so I should top deck this. As they've discarded their clerk, that's good. So down there, there's another rabble. Rabble, 4 coppers, Tiara, and a silver. So If the rabble doesn't bottom deck and I play it, I should be able to hit 8. And if I draw one more copper, I could then start doing the top deck Workers Village Rabble. This might just be another rabble for me, even though you know, I'm starting to get to an over-terminaled state. And even if it's, yeah, I think I'll get a rabble here. Next turn, like I said, if I find a rabble, then I will hit 8, potentially 9. I'm kind of happy with either of those because then I can top deck double Workers Village or top deck Workers Village Rabble. I know I am over terminaled here, but that's okay. What did they do? Yeah, so their Carnival only drew 2 cards. It's fine. They bought a rabble. Okay, so I hit 8. I'm going to top deck 2 Workers Villages. Watchtower. I mean, I know the Watchtower allows you to top deck things if you have it in hand, but having the Watchtower in hand at the end of a bunch of stuff is basically the same probability of having Tiara in your hand at the end of playing a bunch of stuff. Although I guess the Watchtower has a little bit of functionality in the action phase. I think I'm going to play this rabble. Yeah, it was the right choice, or at least it worked out. Down there is a silver and a copper. So I have 10 money. So that's a silver and a copper. If I draw a deck next turn, I'll have 13 money. I think it doesn't look like I'm going to get a clerk this turn. Or this game. My rabbles are kind of doing the work that the clerk would do anyway. Having the clerk would make the attack a little bit more impactful, but so now my question is if I should I get a carnival or maybe wait till I have more unique cards? Like if I look at what I've been drawing with my rabble, here I drew 3 coppers. That would be 1 from carnival, maybe 2. 2 coppers and an estate. An estate and 2 coppers. I don't think the carnival is really something that will perform well just yet. I think I'm still going to do one more turn now of top decking Workers Village Rabble. And then we'll get into, then we're going to be overdrawing, or at least in theory, we can overdraw. Maybe then next turn I add Workers Village Jester. Workers Village Jester and perhaps another Tiara. And it would be nice to work in a Joust and a Province. Horn of Plenty isn't actually gaining anything. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, Horn of Plenty at the moment is only hitting 6 cost cards at the most. I don't know if playing your treasures one at a time is super important here against the bot, but I'm doing it. Oh, that's funny. That helped me, or may have helped me. Top deck a copper. They played a rabble and allowed me to just discard that copper. Okay, so that's something important. If I get clerked, remember to top deck a bad treasure. Okay, looks like we might have a dud turn here. Oh, maybe not. I think I'm gonna play this. Should have done the math there though. So 12 money. I would really love to nab the last 2 workers' villages so that they can't get them. That last card, I should have been able to draw that this turn in theory, except that we got attacked by clerk. I'm not sure what it is. It's a well, no, I do. It's a copper because I have 6 in hand. So, if I take the last 2 workers' villages, maybe I do take this clerk. 12 money. I want to take the last 2 workers' villages, deny it to them. Then if I work in a joust and a province, I can gain, you know, the terminal, renown, housecarl kind of thing. I think I'll take the clerk. It would have been very nice to hit 13 here. Top deck, top deck. Do I want to top deck the clerk? I mean, it means it's a free action to play, but I'm not really worried about action space. It's a stop card though, so it makes it's possible I don't see my rabbles. And in fact, I probably want to play the clerk late in the turn because of what just happened to me, right? If the AI top decks a copper, then my rabble will discard that copper, and I don't want it to. Clerk should be the last card I play in a turn. So let's do that, but not top deck. Okay, I hope this is bad. Well, I can top deck a copper. Hopefully they rabble me again. They don't. Okay, so... Ooh, we find it. Okay, so they've top decked an estate. Good. And top deck another card, please. I don't think, like, again, the animation here, I'm not supposed to see what they top deck, but I saw that it was a copper. So I have 7. I think I should I think I should take just another rabble. I probably have quite a few villages down there. I want to make sure my draw goes well next turn. I still don't think Carnival is going to be still don't think it's going to be consistently outdrawing rabble. So yeah, I'm going to top deck a rabble, give us a good chance of drawing deck next turn. Then we'll think about adding Horn of Plenty, Joust, and a province. If I'm hitting 13, I could add Joust and province. They buy another rabble. Okay, so there's no. I think there's no reason for me not to play this. Even though it's my, how much money do I have? 7? Okay, yeah. So I've got a decent number of villages down there. How about I top deck Rabble Joust? I should have, it's something I need to learn, is actually keeping track of how much of everything I have in my deck. I have 5 Rabbles showing here. The AI might, this might be all of my Rabbles right here. The AI, if the AI has 2, then this is all of my Rabbles. Yeah, they do have 2. I'm going through the log and I see what they've discarded. Or, well, I mean, maybe they shuffled their deck at some point in there. They might only have 1, but I think they probably have 2. They bought a Rabble last turn. So, so I need, if I want to draw on at all, I need to top deck a Rabble. But even then, I might not. Then, that'll only get me through the top deck a Rabble. There's 10 cards here. Draw 5. Draw another 3. There's 2 cards left. I think I have to top deck 2 Rabbles if I want to draw. If I want to have any chance. Is there a pile problem? I don't think so. This is like, it's unfortunate I have to do this just so that my next turn kicks off, because I don't want to add this many Rabbles. Maybe this is wrong. Ooh, top decking 2 Rabbles. Okay, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna only top deck 1. I know this means it's very likely we don't go off, but if I top deck 2, it's less likely I even see a village. I'll put a Joust up there. Let's see what happens, right? But I think by top decking only 1 Rabble here, I don't think my next turn is going to kick off, or it's very unlikely. I think the 1 extra card I draw out of here has to be a Rabble. So I'll top deck a Copper here in case they Rabble me. I'm not going to play this. I should have plenty of terminal space to play this later. And I don't want them to top deck a Copper that I'm going to discard. One, two, three, four. So this is all of my, this is a large number of my workers' villages. How many do I have down there? Last turn I played 2. So there's 2 more workers' village down there. I could stop here and I have 6 money. I don't know what the workers' village split is. Well, if I played 2 last turn, 1, 2. Yeah, I have 6. So if I play this workers' village, there's only 2 workers' villages in that, which is pretty bad. I think I'm going to stop here, because if I trigger this shuffle, my next turn is going to be, I cannot draw through that. And I think I'll add another Joust. And if I draw well next turn, I'll add a province. Oh my gosh. kind of hope they clerk me. So maybe I should just top deck. They discarded 2 of my rabbles. And so the AI plays things in strange order. I think I should top deck a rabble here and then not play any of mine. Okay, yeah, I did not get rabbled. They take a platinum. I'm not going to play this because at most it gets me 2 money and it attacks them. But I'd rather my next turn kick off. I need to draw a village here. This is bad. I think I'll take another joust. Okay, their turn is over. So it doesn't matter what I top deck here. I think I'll play this clerk in case I run into actual terminal problems at the end of my deck. We're falling apart here. I guess the top deck ability is what was keeping me afloat. I'm just going to keep buying jousts and hope that I eventually can add a province to reveal. Man. I'm not having my village rabble line up. Is there any harm in me top decking this? I don't know what the hell just happened. Like, unbelievable. Why am I not, why can I not try again? I have no idea what just happened. I felt like I was in full control that game until turn, I don't know, 12 or something, where we just had crap after crap turn. Why am I showing as a win? Did we tie? We did. Oh my God. We tied at 3 points, didn't we? They never bought a victory card. Why did they end the game like that? Did they... I guess the piles were in a low enough state that they thought at any point I could kick off and buy like 1 estate. Wow. Yeah. All right, I'll take the star. Thanks very much, but I don't feel like I earned it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like throwing in the number of workers' villages and rabbles that I had into that deck should have allowed me to have somewhat better turns than I did. Maybe not draw my entire deck without top decking village rabble, but I should have been able to... They should have collided at least a little bit. Maybe top decking jousts is a bad idea when I'm relying on workers' village rabble to collide, just because their rabbles might discard my villages or rabbles. Yeah, this is weird. I mean, They didn't buy a victory card. I am right that they did, that we tied. Right? I'll have to watch this video again. I don't know why the try... Is that why the try again button didn't appear? Is there no daily rematch button if you win? Huh. Yeah. Very weird late game there for me. Not at all how I expected that to go. Thanks for watching.